Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. Something I forgot to mention in my last video was brought to my attention. I went over several exchanges that I believe are really good. Some of them retail, some of them over the counter, but I went over several of them that I thought would be great exit strategies depending on where you are in the world. Someone reminded me to bring up Bitstamp. And for those of you that don't know, during the last bull run, and I've said this before on my channel, Bitstamp, now just so you know where it is, it's bitstamp.net. Bitstamp is one of my favorite exchanges ever. In fact, that's where I held my XRP during the last bull run before I ever had a Ledger Nano S. And so Bitstamp, the reason I did not mention Bitstamp and the reason I don't use it much is because it's in Europe. But if I was in Europe, Bitstamp would be my favorite exchange. I'll tell you that right now. They have unlimited withdrawals from what I remember. Even without, I think there's very minimal KYC. I think you do have to give them some information and all that. But what made me nervous as a U.S. citizen was the idea of having to do an international wire transfer if I ever did cash out. And so for that reason, I don't use it. But I recommend Bitstamp to anyone that's over in Europe because these guys have been around for a long time and they are 100% legit. Okay, moving along. I wanted to show you this from @MikePrestonCW12 sent me this. Now, for those of you that don't know, Consensus 2019, the biggest blockchain conference in the world is going on this week up in New York. And one of the people that was there is Hester Pierce, who's one of the SEC commissioners. And what this article is about is basically she's saying, and here's her quote, "I thought the time was right a year ago." She's talking about a Bitcoin ETF. "I thought the time was right a year ago, even longer than that. My first chance to comment on it was a year ago. Certainly the time is right, but there are still questions floating around the SEC that need to be answered as much as possible by you all." And then she also says, "It is not the SEC's overzealous action that has stifled the crypto industry, but its unwillingness to take meaningful action at all." And I think that she's one of the, I've said it before, I think she's one of the good guys in this whole thing, or good guys, good girls, whatever you want to say. But she says this, and here's what's interesting. I'll show you this, and that's from C3 Nick. Well, if I can get C3 Nick's thing. I got some kind of little tab there. All right. C3 Nick comes in and he says, "You don't say," and this is an article from today, I guess, from AMB Crypto. "Bitcoin ETF SEC postpones verdict on ETF, final decision set for October 2019. So as is typical with all these government bureaucrats, they are putting it off so they don't have to make a decision and everything can be hunky-dory for them until October now. Well, for me and the way I see these are all huge opportunities for those of us that know what's coming and to accumulate as these people keep putting things off. XRP is sitting at, say, 42 cents today. I believe that is just literally the tip of the iceberg in terms of where all this is going. I believe Bitcoin $8,000 is literally the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's coming. I've shown charts in the past that show you what happened to gold when they came out with the first gold ETF and what happened to gold over the next few years. It's a phenomenal run up. I believe the same thing is going to happen with Bitcoin. I believe there will be XRP physical ETFs as well, and that there will be a tremendous run up over the years that follow the introduction of the first XRP ETF. There are so many shoes to drop, it's not even funny. And so to me, this is just more opportunity. These guys dragging their feet, if you really understand all of this, it's opportunity. Let me see if I can, well, shoot, I keep running into that problem. Oh, well. All right, then I got this from Laripity. He said yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I showed this about how this digital asset platform, SFOX, partners with MY Saffron Bank, I believe it was. Yeah, Safra Bank is now offering federally insured custody of digital assets up to $250,000. He says, didn't Brad Garlinghouse say that banks will soon hold digital assets? And so, yes, I remembered. And if you don't follow the Ripping, at @the_Ripping, smart guy, give him a follow. But he is referencing this. This was from the 3rd of December, 2018. Brad Garlinghouse, let's see if it tells where. Anyway, on that date, he says, I think one of the things that will surprise us a year from now is that banks will be custodying digital assets directly, said the CEO recently at the Singapore FinTech Festival, as reported by the Daily Hodl. So there it is. Brad Garlinghouse said it right there. And so maybe that looks like a thumbnail for my picture with for this video with an XRP right there. I'm going to keep that. And then this is from Joseph 2X, and I like to show you things like this occasionally because it shows you the adoption. Digital assets have made it to the mainstream news. Hope your bags are ready. And they're showing a commercial. He's watching TV and he's showing a TV commercial on his local channel there, where they're showing they showed a phone and had a Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet, I believe. So just sit back and wait, folks. This thing is just getting going. All right. Next, from XRP, Big Time, @X Big Time sent me this. And this is interesting, folks. Shocking. NFL teams punt on player demands to be paid in Bitcoin. What this is about is this is about an NFL player who asked if he could be paid in Bitcoin. And I believe Anthony Pompliano picked up on this. Let's see if these tweets, let's see. It says Matt is just one of many Bitcoiners that are playing in the NFL on Sundays. This is Anthony Pompliano tweeted. Quarterback Matt Barkley wanting to be paid in crypto, adding, Matt, he's just one of the many Bitcoiners that are playing in the NFL on Sundays. NFL quarterback Matt Barkley tried to get the San Francisco 49ers and Cincinnati Bengals to each pay his contracts in Bitcoin. Neither would do it. Matt is just one of many Bitcoiners that are playing in the NFL on Sundays. And then this is the tweet that I believe he replied to Anthony Pompliano. He's just saying this and he's retweeting the exchange. I already am mining. So he's already mining Bitcoin too. I thought that was cool. And then there was this. Now I want to apologize to somebody. I can't remember who sent me this, but I was setting up my video and I accidentally deleted the person that sent me this. So I apologize. I'll pick you up on the next one. But I'm not going to show you the whole video. This was a video with the CEO of Shapeshift. And let me see if I can see his, I'm drawing, Eric Voorhees is his name. Eric Voorhees. And it says, crypto is taking over the world. That is his quote. I watched the video and he actually said that. Crypto is taking over the world. And if for those of you that haven't seen it, I can't remember the name of it, there's a Bitcoin documentary on Netflix. And I'm almost positive that Eric Voorhees, the CEO founder of Shapeshift, is in that documentary. So go watch it. It's a good one. It'll give you a good foundation of all of this stuff. Next, Michael at VAL5 Link sent me this. Ex-congressman condemns Brad Sherman's harsh crypto stance. Paul has advised the U.S. government to stop interfering in the matters of blockchain-based virtual currencies, reports Yahoo Finance on May 13th, 2019. Crypto is not your business. Now, I love Rand Paul. I thought this was hilarious what he said. I watched this. It was a video from the Consensus conference yesterday. I just want to point you to what he said. Now, this is from Brad Sherman the other day. Brad Sherman, who's a congressman. He says, whether it's to disempower our foreign policy, our tax collection enforcement, or traditional law enforcement, the purpose of cryptocurrency, the advantage it has over sovereign currency, is solely to aid in the disempowerment of the United States and the rule of law, said Sherman. Well, this is what Ron Paul said in response to that. It says Paul, on the other hand, has condemned Sherman's move to orchestrate an anti-crypto crusade in the United States, just like China has done, calling Sherman just another thug in Washington, adding, people like him are driven by power. Ron Paul is on it. That is exactly what the problem is. Guys like this Sherman guy, they're a part of the problem. And he's been there, I think, for 22 years is what I read the other day. Next, this is from SavvyXRP, at SavvyXRP_. If you still don't believe the IMF is going to utilize XRP after reading this, then you'll never get it. Go to his Twitter feed and click on this. It's an IMF, I think it's from the IMF blog, stablecoins, central bank, digital currencies, I'm not going to go in and read the whole thing, but it's a definite read that's worth your time. So go to at SavvyXRP_, give him a follow, and go read this article. IMF, there's something cooking. I've said it for a long time. There's something cooking between Ripple and the IMF, and hopefully XRP. Sergeant Obi-Wan sent this. Hacked New Zealand exchange Kryptopia appoints liquidators. Trading suspended. Especially to newcomers, please keep your digital assets off exchanges. Invest in a Ledger Nano or Nano Ledger. Go in the description of all my videos and you can get a Ledger Nano S. I say it a lot, and I say it because that's what I do, and that is the safest way to keep your digital assets from being hacked. Binance was hacked a couple of weeks ago. I'll talk about that in a second. And then from Crypto Man. Now, this is the guy that sells the crypto socks. Definitely give him a follow. Go check if you want some crypto socks, or he also does artwork, and he's doing these soccer shirts at Crypto_Man. This guy does great work. Dear Ripple, we, Ripple UTD football team, would like to challenge you to a charity match. Ripple staff versus XRP community. Stadium ticket sales all gets donated to charity. Just an idea. And he's got these awesome shirts that he's showing here. And if you go down, I think I read that he already has WireX is interested in being one of the sponsors. Folks, this XRP community is pretty darn powerful and can really get, I've seen it time and time again, getting a lot of really cool things in the works. And this is one more. So jump on board and help out the Crypto Man on this and see if we can get this in front of Ripple. And I think we can. That's why I added it to this video. Next, from Stewart XRP, David Schwartz is at Consensus 2019. Here's a little snippet from what David Schwartz apparently said. If we build a really good micropayments, not only can we do micropayments applications, which is like the obvious thing, but we could literally take over the world of payments. It's multi-trillion-dollar business. That doesn't work for a significant fraction of the people using it. And then Dave Jones came in. This is at Dave_Jones_02. Also a definite follow. He says, during the post-presentation Q&A with David, he also revealed at least Brazil is one of Ripple's shortly released new X-Rapid corridors. Also, again, he's very excited about next level institutional custody solution, PolySign, but under strict NDAs. PolySign, for those of you that don't know, is a custody company and David Schwartz, I believe, is on the board. Arthur Brito, who was one of the creators of XRP, one of the founders of Ripple, I believe, is also one of the, I think he might be an executive there. But in response to this is a reply from Stewart XRP. And this was interesting here. Fun fact. I always love meeting with our customers in Brazil. Fun fact. More Brazilians own cryptocurrency than stocks or bonds. That is unbelievable. Okay. And next, from Binance. Now, many of you know Binance was just hacked. I wanted to give credit to CZ Binance, the CEO of Binance. He has been very upfront with everybody, even though you could not get to your money for the last week or so. He did have to shut it down and not allow withdrawals and deposits. They are open now, but in return for that, or not in return, but he is going to do a BNB giveaway of around 1 million equivalent of the Binance token, which is BNB. And so you can go and find out about the giveaway. Go to Binance's feed here on Twitter and click on this link, and it'll show you how you can participate to have a chance to win, I think, 50,000 BNB. I think there will probably be several giveaways in that. But he's done as good a job as you could do under the circumstances of being transparent and straightforward. So he deserves some credit there. Okay, and finally, I talked about Mike Tyson's uppercut that I used to watch when I was a kid, and how unbelievably fast he could knock someone out with his uppercut, and then that I don't know what you call that punch to the side of the face, to the jaw. But this is just the uppercut. And Krypto Utility Guy sent this to me. I thought it was funny. At Utility Guy 7, XRP and the Tyson uppercut coming to a market near you. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that you don't ever want to be on the end of a Mike Tyson uppercut. Thank you for listening.